Hi there, sports fans. Today is Tuesday, September 27th. What I'd like to do is read an article from last week's Gazette Times, our local newspaper. This is one of many articles that people find a way to aggravate me every once in a while. This one particularly did. The headline is, "Why not deal with wild deer as we do with wild turkeys, rats, and other vermin?" Story starts off with, "Having spent a recent afternoon at Bellefontaine Park, I finally got to hear how the beautiful songbirds are and remember when I first moved here. Now it's summertime, and the deer are eating most of the foliage, as they did all winter, all fall, and all spring, and all of my various plants in our garden and on our patio. Even with netting, the deer are destructive. We have exactly 3 rosebuds on our roses that we planted early spring. Using deer repellents that are on the market are to no avail, nor are BB guns, slingshots, poison, or other deterrents. We also have a new weed in our lawn called tall fescue. A friend of mine told me it's brought in by the deer." Well, tall fescue happens to be a native grass of Oregon, along with rye. The past few years, we have been plagued with a herd of about 12 deer on our property, or that cross our property and our neighbors' yards. As you may have guessed, we have no fence, and we have no large dog to sick on these vermin. There are even people feeding the deer, and they are creating habitat for wild animals, such as rabbits, raccoons, possums, and they even bring in mice and rats, as well as crows and stellar jays. In order for us to mow our lawn or play croquet or badminton, we have to first scoop up fecal matter left by the deer, not counting that of our neighbor's dog. What will it take? An outbreak of Lyme disease or E. coli to make the matter something that City Council or the State Senate or the federal government or the county commissioners will take up and then do something about these vermin? Aren't the deer problems important? Just as important as wild turkeys that frequent the properties here in Oregon? Does anyone else have a problem with this? I can see no way to get around it except if the county or the city allows us to kill these vermin on our yards. Just like if we were out hunting and saw one, we could kill it. I don't like them on my property. I think they are vermin. Okay, I'm going to stop right there because I'm getting a little bit tense. Okay? Now this one was put in our newspaper last week. There have been several people who have commented on it. And I've avoided putting it in the paper I'm letting myself stew a little bit more, and finally I will explode and put it in the news, put my response in the newspaper. Let me explain a few things. First off, there's a statement in there that she moved to Oregon so that she could be close to nature. Well, lady, nature includes deer, rabbits, the mean, vicious bunny rabbit with the puffy cottontail and pink nose. They are dangerous. Raccoons, yeah, they are dangerous. They don't like people, but they'll get along with you if you let them. Blue jays, yeah, we got blue jays. They don't bother you. Crows, the only thing they do is make noise and occasionally dump on the sidewalk or your car. As far as pretty songbirds, the next thing the lady will want to do is go after the hawks, the eagles, and the falcons that are natural bird life in the area. Songbirds aren't natural in this area, but they're here. Deer, as far as being called vermin, the lady has no idea what vermin are. She also thinks that she should have the right to kill them. No, I don't think so. Nor do a lot of other people in the area. Granted, deer will eat plants. That's natural. Roses are not natural in Corvallis, or most of nature. Deer will eat grass. Deer will eat apples, crab apples. They will eat leaves off of trees, and they will nibble on branches. As far as being vermin, no, they are not. Actually, what is vermin? Look it up in the dictionary. I don't have time. But when people say vermin, they're talking about a pest or something that should be destroyed. This lady has brought it up to the county numerous times that they should have an extermination policy on deer and rabbits and raccoons and anything that she finds distasteful. Probably her husband is one of those things also. The big problem I've got is, excuse me, there is so much building going on in the area, there is no habitat for deer or any animals. This lady probably reports her neighbor frequently for letting his dog loose or letting their cat out, or maybe their kids. It also states that she came up from Los Angeles, where it was a danger to live because of the attitude of the people. I can see why her attitude would probably cause people to make it a danger for her to live anywhere. There have been at least 10 articles of people siding with her, saying that the deer should be killed, be shot on sight. They're a danger to society. They're nothing but vermin, is her word she continually used, that they should be eradicated. Well, my feeling, and almost everybody else in Oregon, is quite simple. You come to Oregon, you're going to find wildlife. Oregon is green because it rains a lot. Pretty soon she'll be doing something about the rain. My problem, people, is quite simple. I care for the deer. We have had, during this year's fawn season, 8 sets of twins that were born, 2 single births, one set of triplets I refer to as the apple dumpling gang. And we now still have one doe that is pregnant. Flop should probably be delivering any time now. Her belly looks like she's carrying 3 footballs. She's ready to deliver and ready to nurse. She already delivered once this year. In fact, she delivered the first fawn of the year. She's Bunny's mom. I care for the deer because there's no one else to do it. I care for the deer because they're gentle animals, not vermin. I guarantee you every time you drive down a road somewhere and you see a little deer, little doe, little fawn, a big buck, you point at it and you feel gentleness, you feel warmth. Deer have a natural predator. It's called a cougar or mountain lion. We have several in the area. And it's been noted that because of the sheep ranchers that are around the area, that's the main reason for a lot of cougars. And the cougars are being shot. They are the ones who control the deer population. We also have bear. Bear-controlled deer population, as do automobiles, and then they have a hunting season up here. People that are against animals are trying to increase the hunting season where it will be year-round anytime a deer is seen to be shot. Now, I am not a political person as far as being a member of a political party. I don't care. I do vote for who I think should be elected. I don't care what party they're in. But this lady is also a tea bagger. She is a member of the Tea Party. She is a Republican. She denounces everything, as do most of the Tea Party in this area. I don't care what party she is, but she's trying to force a bill to be put on the state ballot for this year, this coming year, that will be for eradication of deer. That's how sick these people are. I will fight it 100%, as will most of the people that I know. As far as deer being destructive, like I said earlier, they will eat anything that you put in front of them. What the people around here are too lazy to do, or too cheap to do, the ones that put in all these expensive roses, is if they would do what I have put in the newspaper numerous times, set aside a specific area where you want the deer to go, and then put deer food out. Not poison. Poison kills things. It's not right. They were here long before we are. And this goes for anywhere you live. If you have a problem with deer or elk or moose, they love grain. They love dry cob or what's called wet cob. Wet cob has molasses in it. They love to eat it. It's sweet. If you have a problem with four-legged creatures such as that, the deer and the moose and the elk, set out a big pan. They will learn to go there. They will leave everything else in your yard alone. And when that stuff is gone, put it back, fill it again, and they will still leave your plants alone. Plants are bitter. They don't really like them, but they'll eat them. So, you want to keep a deer away from your roses? Put out deer food, not deer poison. I have a website which everybody knows about, or most everybody does. www.buttercups, buttercups, deer, D-E-E-R, haven, H-A-V-E-N.com. buttercups-deer-haven.com. www in front of it, of course, has to be there. On any of the pages you will find a button that says donate. Click the button, make a donation. The donation will go to feed the deer. It will go to medical care for the deer. It will also go to help me fight idiots such as this who consider deer as vermin. If you live near a forest, expect to see wildlife. People in Los Angeles are getting to the point of where they're being used to seeing cougars. Mountain lions go where people are because people have pets. Pets are easy prey for mountain lions. Deer is their main food. Okay? Now, I would ask you once again, please donate. www.buttercups-deer-haven.com. All monies go for feeding the deer, caring for the deer, and now additional funding they're going to be to fight state legislature from eradicating the deer. This lady also did several articles backing Sarah Palin and all the efforts Sarah Palin has of killing all the wildlife in Alaska. The lady ain't that swift. Now, if you want to call me, you can. My phone number is 541-603-3084. We'll talk about the deer. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about. But don't call me and tell me you want to eradicate the deer, because I'll hang up on you. If you don't like deer, that's no problem. But don't eradicate them. Don't poison them. Don't want to shoot them. I guarantee you there's not anybody, or not a lot of people, that would need to kill deer or bear or elk or moose to eat. If they do, then they should. But sport of killing, no. Killing because they're eating your roses, And if I find out you're doing it because they're eating your roses, I got a number 10 that'll kick you right square in the ass. And then you can sue me and we'll go to court and we'll find out publicly why you want to kill animals. Now, I know this sounds threatening and violent on my behalf, and it is, because I am. And I'm very angry. When you look at a little deer who has cancerous growths, and they're triplets, and you cure them, and you got some putz that wants to poison them or eradicate them, they've never looked at the face of a baby deer. They've never looked in the face of a deer. They are one of the most beautiful creatures there are. I again ask you to help me by going to Buttercups-Deer-Haven, www.buttercups-deer-haven.com. Find a donate button and give if you can. If not, just enjoy the deer. Go to YouTube, Buttercups-Deer-Haven channel. There's over 270 videos there. I'll be adding more as soon as my video camera that I use for shooting deer pictures comes back from the repair shop. But most of all, take a little time, look at the deer, go to my Facebook page, bill.bennett.phd, look at the pictures of the deer I put there all the time. There's also one that says Buttercups Deer Haven Save the Deer Project. help me to take care of the deer. I thank you very much. I look forward to hearing from you. Call me, 541-603-3084. Email me, admin@buttercups-deer-haven.com. And most of all, give to help the deer. www.buttercups-deer-haven.com. Thank you. Have a great day.